Hey, what's up, Queen Gamers? What's going on, baby? What's popping with you? I told y'all I was gonna come at y'all with a deep ass story time. I was gonna come at y'all with this shit. So, anyway, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I got to get this story time out. And normally, my videos come out a little earlier though, but hey, I got things to do, money to make, and whatever the case may be. But I got a story time, and it's going to raise awareness because, we love who we love so deeply. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's friends or family or whoever. And this story time can really go in many ways. But I'm going to bring the story time to you, though, because this happened to me through a really close friend who I looked at his family and I've known for many years. So before I get into this video, the identities and names and things like that will not be disclosed. So, we be using he, she, them, her, him, dog, cat, whoever. But I'm just really painting a picture as of how God exposes people on your way to the top and to your way of, getting to where you're going through your grind. And, things change when you level up in life, and people change when you see things differently or when you grow apart. So, I hope I'm not all over the place in this video. I hope not. But this really happened about a year and a half ago, pushing 2 years. So I had to wait till it was really unfresh before I really start saying anything. And like I said, it's just not to downplay nobody, not to, spew hate or nothing like that. But it's just a simple fact that, people have to realize, you know, blessings come when they come, and God chooses who he chooses to bless. And it's just not up to none of us to feel some type of way. You know what I mean? When others are being blessed in places that we're not at the moment. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, Queen Gamers, you know what I'm saying? So, how can I put this? Like I said in the earlier title, God exposes people closest to us. And I really, really thought, this person was a really good friend. I really cared deeply for this person. And I just knew that, this person was going to go along with the ride. But, things show differently. Well, how I got into that situation with a person was when, I first had to start all over in life. And I'm going to be honest, Queen went through some hard times. And part of that hard time was that, I had to start all over. And before I got to where I've gotten, I was the one slaving away on jobs, low paid jobs, different type of jobs. And in this scenario, by me starting over, I had to work 2 jobs. And in the midst of getting things together, in the midst of building things back up, I had to, have somewhere to stay. And that includes when you stay with somebody, you only got but one or 2 options. The first option, you sleep on the floor, make you a cot, or the second option is you lay on a couch. Yes, Candy Lady has slept on the couch and on the floor before on her way up, but she had a plan and she never slept on herself. So she was there for me at that point, where I needed a place to stay and have a little roof over my head until I was able to make enough money to, get my own place. And that took every bit of a couple of months, about 3 months. So, I had to grind it out because, you know, a woman needed her own privacy. But in the midst of that, everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool, because she was helping her sister out. You know what I'm saying? And I deeply appreciated that, you know. And on a sidebar conversation, one day I will write a book as to the whole scenario. Right now, I'm just giving everybody a clip of what happened. But people, places, and things, you know what I'm saying, that'll be more so disclosed in my book later on in life, when I feel deeply comfortable of writing what made me queen. Feel me? It's emotional because God is super real. And if I'm early in the clip, but I just feel like if God didn't leave me in the wilderness to find my way, I wouldn't have known what I've known today. That's what made me queen. I've been through some shit. Period. Y'all motherfuckers can act like, and excuse my language, y'all already know I keep it gutter, I keep it buck. Everybody might feel like, you know what I'm saying, they ain't been through nothing or they want to act perfect. That's fine. But it brings tears and joy to my eyes. Tears of joy because God has really brought me through. Period. I swear, he put me on the front line. With my diagnosis and everything, if you don't know, I got stage 5 kidney disease. And I'm a true beast. I'm a trooper. And I don't complain, not a day. But anyway, back to what we got our hand. That was a sidebar conversation, but I told myself I'm going to cry, but I had to, because God is real, and he shaped and molded me to the woman I am. I can't thank him enough. But anyway, so yeah, you know what I mean? Queen slept on the couch before, she slept on the floor before, you understand me? I've been through some hard times. So anyway, nigga time, 3 months, you know what I mean? I got my spot or whatever the case may be. And, I started really just like, okay, it's time to level up now. It's time to really just, get your credit together. You know what I mean? Get your business off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Make your dreams come true. You know what I mean? It's time to work on you. You know what I mean? So I put a lot into, and I invested a lot into myself. I really paid attention to me, every aspect that I ever needed and everything I ever needed, I ever wanted. So I slowed down with partying. I slowed down with the fuckery. You know what I mean? And, I start really getting serious about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So I really just focused on my business ventures. I grind hard on all my goals and dreams, but I still kept it 100 with everybody. I still, was cool, so I still was available, but I really mainly put all my energy into me. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. And shortly after I started doing that, you know what I mean? Things start really flourishing in my life. You know what I mean? God was really blessing me, you know what I mean? Really, really just blessing me down to the part I was getting new cars, you know what I mean? Flood money in my businesses, you know what I mean? Just blessing people, you know what I mean? I was getting my credit straight, you know what I mean? Just really gaining more knowledge about, handling money, credit, business credit, all the good cloudy shit. You understand me? All the good stuff. And I started realizing a lot of things about a lot of people, and I start trimming away the people in my circle because they wasn't lining up to where I was going and who I was trying to become. And, my friends seen that. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I started noticing my friend was secretly competing with me. And I'll give you a couple examples like, oh, one day she'll call me, be like, oh, yeah, girl, I worked all this overtime and I got like 150 hours on my check, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, yeah, honey. And they gave me a raise and everything. And girlie just got the job. You know what I'm saying? And they promoted me. And, I'm not hating or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, cool. I'm saying? Congratulations. So, but, at the time, I didn't really pay that no attention until, it really dawned on me. You know what I'm saying? Because as my business was flourishing and I was really riding my own wave and, people was noticing it, you know what I'm saying? That's when all that was coming about. You know what I mean? Because like I said from the beginning, I never really realized what she was doing until, I had sat and looked at analyzed situation. That's what she was doing. So I'm just going back, giving you examples of, what was what. So, this so secret, competition started. And another thing she was doing, when we would go out shopping or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, she didn't know I set a weekly budget for myself. And I was using my bank card, my cash. You know what I'm saying? And it was so funny though, because she was doing like little funny shit. Like I said, I'm okay. I'm I'm freaking got doggone go on the sidebar conversation, but no, we'll stick to the shopping part. Like no, like we would go shopping or whatever, and like I said, I would spend cash on my budget. But yet, she was using her credit card just to keep up with the Joneses. And y'all probably saying, well, Candy lady, how the fuck she was using her credit card? I'm going to tell you. Because, okay, she would know that I would be using my bank card because she would want me to pay for my stuff first. Like, I was noticing, like, she would want to hold back or whatever and pretend like she was still shopping and she was, still looking around so I can pay for my stuff first though. But yet you seen when I pulled out my wallet, you know what I mean, try to calculate my pockets. But every time you would see me, sweetie, I was using cash. And how I found out that she was using her card the whole time, try to keep up with me like she had money, because one day she was, pretending like she was still shopping. And I kind of looked back, saying to ask her a question. And one out at the effect, I seen her using her credit card. The second incident was the big one, was the real big confirmation that she was a secret competition, that I found out that she was using her card to keep up with me. We went out to eat at the drive-thru, whatever. So I hands my card to pay for my stuff with no issue. You know what I'm saying? And so she wanted to pretend like she was using cash the whole time. So her food came up to like maybe $6 or $7 or whatever. So she had the $6 or $7, but it was a $6 or $7 in some change, but she didn't have the change. So child, she just patting, looking for her stuff or whatever, trying to find a change. And so, I ain't had no change. So I had all my money in my card. So she wanted to eat, I guess. So she had no choice but to whip out her credit card. Because, mind you, I'm driving. I'm in the drive-thru picking up the food. So, or I had to see her card because she had to pass it to me to give it to the cashier. So I said to myself, wow. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me no here, no there. If that's how you do it, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And what people don't realize, what my secret weapon is, and I don't care about disclosing that. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed with a high level of discernment. That is one of the biggest blessings God has ever given me, was discernment. Like you could never pull the wool over my eyes. That's why I call myself queen for a reason. That's why a lot of people call me queen for a reason. Not because that's what my first name means, but no, for real, I do this queen shit. For real. Like there's nothing that you can pull past me because my discernment level is on a million. I can feel your energy and your vibe from a mile away. I can read you just by looking at you. That's my secret weapon. And I just let people play me like they hit it a game, and I just play dumb. Oh, okay. I'm laughing and kicking with you and all. And at the same time, I'm analyzing the out of you. I'm paying all the attention. Paying all the attention. So that was the thing, like, and this is going to be like a little, story time for real. Like this is the case because I'm building it up for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So keep up. I went from, laying on this person's couch on the floor, they see in the beginning of my struggle into where I came up in the world. And I'm clouting now, I'm getting myself together. And now you see this person is now reacting as if it's an issue that I'm winning. And now you're starting to feel like you have to compete with me. And once again, mind you, I was never the type that would throw my success in a messed up way in nobody's face, or down nobody, or condescend anyone, or verbally condescend or anything to anyone, or I'll be a narcissist or whatever them people say, or passive aggressive. I wasn't none of that, because in the midst of everything, I was like, yo, sis, do you want to learn how to drive? Yo, sis, here's some credit books you can read up to fix your credit. So, yo, sis, let's hit the gym. So I was the sis that, wanted to help build my other sis up. You know what I mean? I was showing my sis how I was rocking. And she was around me on a lot of things that I was doing. So, she picked up on game. You know what I'm saying? When you rock it with me, it's a teaching situation. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about drinking and all about different niggas and all that flugazy shit. It was about learning and teaching about life, how to move. So she's seeing how I move, so she already picked up on it. And it's crazy because a person that's a hater will come to you as a smile and a pat on the back. And she used to say, oh, I admire you, man. You so motivational. I really admire you. But as time went on, and as, my businesses start to flourish, my success start to flourish, people started really noticing me, and I started, leveling up and started, moving in a prestigious manner. Things got a little different. I started to notice a burning, bad vibe in my pit of my stomach about her. Like, I start feeling bad vibes. And I could tell that she wasn't really feeling me after a while, because, when you on social media, you posting and you know what I'm saying, you kiki and have a good time. It was like she was like clicking around me, and I'm supposed to be her homie. I'm supposed to be the family member. You know what I mean? Because I would share a lot about me to her. And I consider her as family. And I noticed that, she was kind of, falling back. Definitely, when it came to social media. And then I would ask her about it, so just give her a chance to stake her claim. She would blame it on something else that was irrelevant. It was just really irrelevant, something went on, and, I'm just not, feeling it or whatever. I'm going through something, whatever. But I see you kiki and haha and with other people on there. So when it came to me, you was, really kind of, vague. And I would notice things as to where there was a person that, we both mutually wasn't really feeling, said because of their little attitude. But, this person had, started noticing me for what I was doing and just, was like, yeah, you know what I mean? And instead of her clapping for me when a person was like, yo, 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 you know what I mean? You gonna not click like, but you called me on the phone, said, oh yeah, I see what so said. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. And at the time, I didn't pay that no attention. But when I looked at it later, I thought that was a little, envious move, because now you envious because how a person respect me, how a person look at me, and how that they mention everybody else but you. But I was blind to the facts, that she was being envious. And when I finally had brought a nice piece of furniture to my home, because I was like, okay, let me start, buying some, nice furniture, and, really start, decorating where I live at, So when I get ready to, do what I got to do, if I want to move into a bigger place, whatever case may be, I already have what I have. So, let me just, spike this place up some, because I was so into doing what I was doing, saving and, investing, I just was okay with, just some minor things at the home, but I just decided to spark things up, get a nice new big piece of furniture that I really enjoyed. So I did that, and she seen how I did it or whatever, because I didn't think nothing else of it. Okay, so what? I did it on that way, and sure did, boo. And so I got this nice big piece of furniture. And when she first seen it, she didn't even say nothing because it was that nice. And she didn't say it was nice until I mentioned it. And I said, oh, did you see it, girl? I finally got it. Oh, yeah, it's cute. But you seen it when you came into my house at first, and you never said anything. And so I decided to have a little shindig, a little company, invite some folks over, whatever the case may be. And I had, put, some little decorations up or whatever, just to kind of spruce it up, because, I had company there, and I just want to make it look, really nice. And instead of you say, oh, this is so nice, you coming through the door like, oh, when did you get this? Out loud. I'm looking like, bitch, really? It was that hard for you to say it looked nice, but you wanted to sit up here and think you fronting on somebody? So I said, okay, this is a little child. It's a little envious. I mean, baby, all you got to do is work on the hours you've been working on your job, baby, and you could have did the same thing. But I'm telling y'all could love a motherfucker so hard, y'all will miss the clues. You got to really watch people who are really jealous and envious of you. And God was exposing her the whole time, and I was ignoring it. But I'm going to tell you how she really got exposed. I'm going to tell you when God really put everything in perspective. Anyway, as the years started dwindling down, we was invited to a shindig. And I had seen a cute little top she was wearing. And I was like, oh, that is cute. Did you get it from Macy's? Now, all of a sudden, you buying shit from Macy's. You would never buy nothing from Macy's until me and you started, going to Macy's. And I clearly seen when you brought that for Walmart. And I'm just like, why did you have to lie like that? I bought it from Macy's. It's okay. It's okay. We all shop at all the stores. Walmart, Macy's, all the stores there. All the stores. Okay, it's okay. But that wasn't even the kick, sis. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even the kick. That wasn't even the kick at the little shindig. The kick was that I noticed that it was a in-law that you will always talk bad about to me too. And all of a sudden y'all just buddy buddy. So I noticed that. I said, oh, okay. So girl, like every 10, 15 minutes, they run into the bathroom together. So I said to myself, what are they possibly running to the bathroom talking and pissing about? Why are we so busy running to the bathroom? And I could just tell her demeanor with me wasn't even all like that. And, so I could tell she was just kind of, really off or whatever the case may be. So the whole time, sis, I had no clue she was building up pressure for a nigga. She was building up pressure, honey. I ain't know this whole time she was building up pressure. I had no clue she was building up pressure, honey. And so anyway, so I felt the little offish, little vibes or whatever. I could tell that I really wasn't, wanted or whatever though, because I was noticing that she was taking pictures around me, and I just was noticing little things like that. And I was just like, I'm gonna go on home, honey. You can go ahead and ride with them back. I'm going to go on home there, because I could tell that this ain't my cup of tea tonight. So I went home. Okay, let me get my bullet point, because it was something else I don't want to miss, girl, because it's been almost 2 years, but still, I just wanted to make sure. I think I got everything. Okay, yeah, so went on home, whatever the case may be. So next thing you know, I was noticing how she would text me, start a conversation, and then would never end it. Or, I'm saying, how you end it. Hey, girl, see you later. Talk to you later, love, blah, blah, blah. You would never do that, but you would just start a conversation. And I just found that so peculiar. Like, I just found this so peculiar, on top of, amongst all the things that I've been taking a mental note of. I'm just starting to feel like, okay, so you're really acting funny. Because first I brushed it under the rug. I was like, now I feel like you're being funny. But before I get to the head of the situation, where it came to a head, it was also things too that, when I was, posting little milestones and posting little things about my business and stuff like that, I noticed that she was not clapping. On a couple of occasions, she was not really clapping. Yeah. Okay, back to coming to a head. Okay, so things then came to a head, and I came to the conclusion that you are acting funny. So I went on ahead and I just went out and asked the question. Look, I wasn't even aggressive. I wasn't even nasty. I wasn't none of that. You know what I said? I said, is there a reason why that every time, I just wanted to open up the conversation. Is there a reason why that every time I start a conversation, or you start a conversation, that you seem to never end it, or, you just leave me hanging? Is there anything going on? I mean, is there, a girl, I wasn't expecting this. She was like, so why do I feel like I got to explain my motherfucking self to you? And I'm talking it back, like, I didn't think that was that deep. I mean, I'm sitting up here like, well, was I aggressive? Was I rude? I mean, you answered me really rude. I mean, your response was super rude. And I'm just like, okay, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just trying to figure out there's something that's not going on right. Like, I'm just asking, because I'm trying to open up the floor because I want to discuss in all actuality, why are you being funny with me? Is there a problem? Period. And, girl, that's when she went on. That's why it is. That's why that. And I'm not going to get into exactly certain things, though. You know what I mean? Because, you still kind of got to, keep things at a close call, whatever. Excuse me, I'm digging in my eye. But, all of a sudden, all her grievances and all her issues started coming out about me. And I'm sitting here like, so, okay, so, if I'm not a friend, because basically she was saying, oh, I'm not a friend to her. I have not been a friend to her. That's all she was saying. But she wasn't even saying why I wasn't a friend to her. And I'm saying, sweetie, I've been there through thick and thin. This couldn't be it. You know what I mean? And it was like, she dumped all the things that she's been holding in and onto on me all at once. And I was like, well, see, if you thought if this friendship was solid, why couldn't you come to me as a woman and tell me? She could even tell me as a woman. You could not have confronted me as a woman at all. So you dumping all this bullshit on me that you done hell in, and you wasn't woman enough to come and tell me. So I felt like, look, this friendship wasn't solid from the get-go if I'm just not finding out all these things. This friendship wasn't what it really was in my head if I'm just finding out all these things at the last minute. Like it was an explosion with this and that and this and that. But this is the icing on the cake, though. But you confided into the in-law what was up. And that raggedy bitch, no job having bitch, had a nerve to put her 2 cents in it. But the reason why she wanted to put her 2 cents in it, because number one, she already felt that way about me from the beginning. Because number two, she wanted to fit into that family. So number three, she felt like she had to agree with the bullshit she was saying to felt like she could fit into the situation. But yet she didn't know me. Because I noticed when she took me off of social media, and I'm just like, oh, let me figure the fuck out what's going on here. Because there's something that's going on underhanded that I must uncover. Yeah, I'm like that. Inspector Gadget. I'm like that. When you call yourself feeling fucked up about me, baby, I had to find out what was the key to that. Especially when you was all up in my house and you want to be friendly. I wanted to know. So I asked the in-law, I said, oh, what's going on? What's your hatred about? Just like that. If those were the exact words. What's the tea? Girl, she was so thrilled to tell me the tea, girl. She done uncovered everything what the friend was saying. She done put out all the news. What I put what the friend said, and I just put it all together. So she was all saying, yeah, I've been to you and so was having problems. I said, I didn't know that. Shit never came to me. That was strike one. Oh, yeah. You was so this and that. That wasn't even the case. This, that, and the third. And matter of fact, I don't even know you like that. I just know you through her. I said, okay, so if you don't know me like that, ma'am, Why are you inserting yourself in our bullshit? Why do you even have $1 or a 15 cents to put in it? Why are you even having an opinion, or why you even and take it into the conversation, love? If you don't know me like that, why is you even inserting yourself in the conversation? Why you even have an opinion in? I said, why did it even bother you? Yeah, I've been, yeah, you all talking about this and that, my in-laws, blah, 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 blah. My family. I said, girl, your family, you just don't know, honey. Them in-laws will talk about you like a dog. If I was you, I wouldn't go to bat for people who really don't care for you. See, I could have been a messy bitch, and I could have said what I had heard about her from them, but I'm going to just let a bitch be where she at and make her feel like she's in the in crowd. And the only reason why you was in the in crowd because she needed someone to confirm her fucked up feeling about me. And of course, she would pick a bum because, she was a bum. No career, honey. She was whatever. And I said that to say that, you try to be cordial to everybody, try to judge people or whatever the case may be. But then when you call yourself being underhanded and thought you had a case and thought you could just say what you wanted to say and thought you was just all good and in, and it was okay for you to just come out with all that. No, it was not. So therefore, the in-law really just gave me big insight about what the friend was doing behind my back. So I had to sever the whole relationship, and we was known each other for years. But when you display frenemy situations, when you display frenemy actions and movements, I cannot have a motherfucking snake near me. We supposed to come up together, make money together, not compete together, dear. Not to divide and conquer, honey. You know what I mean? And not talk about one another. Not dismay one another. No. I don't need that in my circle because now I can't trust you. You're untrustworthy now. So on that note, through all this, just to come out here and say, people are all right with you when you're struggling. People get uncomfortable with you once you start grinding. People start to get jealous when you are rising. And therefore, people will ultimately change and expose who they really are when you make a success out of yourself. So as all this was going on, and I started from the bottom and to build my company, and I'm still building and branding, I'm still getting blessed. All while that was going on, things was building up with this person. And they couldn't take the fact that I surpassed them in such short amount of time. That I was overcoming so many storms that would have buried me or bodied me mentally. But I surpassed so many mountains. I climbed so many hills. I've been through so much distraction. And I'm still motherfucking queen. Dang. I got the game because I could play chess. I don't play checkers. I became a real beast in my livelihood. And I thank God for bringing me through everything I've been through. But you got people who cannot stand the fact that you still get up, and you're hard to kill. No matter what's thrown at you, you're still a beast, and people cannot understand that. I swear, if I could divulge, name people, places, and things, I will at this point. But this is just a small insert just to make you aware. Watch people as you shine and grind. Because God is always watching, and he will show those people up. When your blessings is about to blow, God will expose. He will lift those people up out your circle. And you know what? I don't have no regrets. Life was good when it was good with the person. I don't hate this person. I still got love in my heart. But I had to sever my ways and go my separate ways and grow. Sometimes you got to cut in order to grow. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. So on this note, it's out, it's over, it's done, it's in. Watch, folks. Watch they moves. Watch what they say. Because I'm telling you, as you progress in life and as you are doing better than many, trust me, the people you wouldn't imagine will goddamn hate like a bitch. Start getting money. Start leveling your mind up. Start walking and moving in a different direction. Mock my motherfucking words. Queen Game. Deuces.